What is going on, my fellow top 5 enjoyers? It's your boy Lumity here, and today I'm going to be bringing you my top 5 zombie drops of all time. This was one of the harder lists that I've made, I won't lie. So if your drop of choice isn't on the list, please don't be mad at me in the comments. As I always say, this is my opinion and my opinion alone. Though do let me know what you would have changed about my list, what you would have made different, and if the ranking was fair or justified, or you know what I mean. Quick side note, I'm looking for some people to play Tim Hansen's Last Man Standing maps with me for my YouTube channel, so leave a comment if you're interested. Consider joining my Discord, link in description if you want to be in a video, or just hang out with some other people who like zombies. That is your place to be. Make sure to like and sub if it's your first time here, and while you're at it, go check out the rest of my channel. I've got some cool videos just like this one for you to go watch. And without further ado, let's get into the top 5. At your number 5 spot, we've got the iconic Nuke. Now, I'll use this spot to kind of explain what use factor means in the criteria. Pretty much what I meant by that is how can you use this drop, and in what sense will you use it? Now, in terms of the Nuke, I'd say overall pretty average in terms of use. Essentially, all it does is kill all the zombies on the map, rewarding you with 400 points. A simple and nice ability that does have some drawbacks. You ever knifing zombies on early rounds and accidentally pick up a Nuke? That is what I'm talking about. I already explained for the points that you get 400. Now, the clutch factor of the Nuke drop is where it really shines. Just imagine it's round 40 and you get trapped, but there's a Nuke, you pick it up, boom, now you're good. All the zombies are gone. Next, we got how this affects the setup of your game. I mean, it doesn't really positively affect it in any way. If anything, it negatively affects it by potentially killing more zombies that you could have had for points. Lastly, the probability of picking up the Nuke. Let's just say this, on earlier rounds, you avoid the Nuke to get more points, but on the higher rounds, you almost always are picking up the Nuke as it'll kill zombies earlier. At your number 4 spot, I've got double points, my personal favorite drop in COD Zombies. The use factor of this drop is kind of self-explanatory. It just doubles the points that you gain. Speaking of points though, in terms of the points category, you'll only get as many as you would earn from doing things like killing zombies, rebuilding barriers, etc. So it can be really good if you have a whole train of zombies lined up and you just happen to have an SMG or some other weak weapon, or it could be relatively useless if you pick it up towards the end of a round and have a high damage weapon like a shotgun or sniper rifle. Onto the clutch factor though, it's literally 0. In terms of setup, it enables you to potentially open up areas of the map you wouldn't normally be able to, or allow you to get more guns / perks earlier in the game to keep you safer had you not gotten a double points. Finally, I'd say the probability of picking up this drop is almost 100%. When are you not going to want a double points? At your number 3 spot, I've got possibly the most iconic drop ever, the max ammo. The use factor of this drop is absolutely insane, maxing your ammo on all your guns and refilling your lethals and tacticals. In terms of points though, it doesn't really do anything unless you consider the fact that you get more ammo, effectively allowing you to get more points. The clutch factor of this drop though is almost up there with the Nuke. Say it's around 40 again, you get trapped and you have no more thundergun ammo, but all of a sudden, boom, a max ammo, now you have the necessary ammo and more to get out of said predicament. Of course, this doesn't really apply to every single gun, but you get the point. When it comes to setting up your game, the only thing I'd say it does is allow you to not have to spin the box for another gun if you run out of ammo, and I'd say the probability of picking this up is pretty much 100%. When are you not going to want a max ammo? At your number 2 spot, I've got the perk bottle. It's not a drop that's on every map, and it's pretty rare on the maps that it is on too. The use factor of this drop is just absolutely insane. Free perk, depending on what it is, can carry you through an entire game, assuming you don't down, of course, because, you know, then you'd lose the perk. Now, obviously, the perk bottle doesn't give you points, but it can save you from using your points that you would have used to buy the perk that you got from the drop. I don't know if I worded that right or not. I'm not even going to really consider a clutch factor for this drop, as they would all come from the perk that you get from it, not the drop directly. Obviously, the setup factor of this drop is insane. I mean, you're getting a perk that could last you the entire game potentially. And lastly, the pickup rates may come as a surprise to some, but you don't always want to pick it up. For example, when I'm playing Buried and I have like 6 perks and none of them are Mule Kick, as a bit of an honorable mention, I'm just going to throw in insta-kill because, yeah, it's pretty good. I'm not really going to explain it. I just wanted to put it as an honorable mention, not to piss off the insta-kill fans, and because it is a genuinely good drop too. There isn't really a time where I wouldn't want an insta-kill in a zombies game. At your number 1 spot, the most exclusive drop on this list, we got the Bonfire Sale on one of the most underrated maps of all time, that being 5. If you knew that this drop existed, then you probably knew it was going to be number 1. You obtain it by killing the Pentagon Thief on 5 without getting a gun stolen, so technically without getting hit by him once. Like insta-kill, I don't really got to explain what it does, but for those of you who don't know, what a Bonfire Sale does differently from a fire sale is instead of affecting the box, it affects the pack-a-punch, and it turns the price to pack-a-punch from 5,000 to only 1,000 points. Sadly, this drop is only on 5. 5 is a great map, it's hella underrated, and I think more people need to play it. Also, I'll admit, this drop is kinda overrated and situational, niche, you know what I mean. But compared to the other drops in zombies, I still believe that this drop is worthy of getting the number 1 placement. Anyways guys, that was my list of the top 5 drops in Call of Duty Zombies history. Let me know what you thought of my list down below and what you would change about it, what you would add or remove to the list. Join the Discord if you want to hang out with me or some other people who like zombies. Like and sub if it's your first time here, and as always, peace.